Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land. Well, welcome to our new series, The First 30 Days of Training. This is Brian Abner. Brian, which watched me on YouTube, decided to come to Magnum, and actually gave me the honor of choosing me as his trainer. Poor Brian. But Brian is behind the wheel of a tractor trailer for Magnum as a trainee for the very first time, and has been driving down the road every bit for about 3 minutes. Now, we actually got Brian all checked onto the truck earlier today. Got him logged on to PeopleNet, so he's officially a crew member on the truck. We got him all set up. We showed him how we hook up a trailer, coupling a trailer, how we pre-trip a trailer. We kind of pre-tripped the truck and got our extra fluids and everything on board. Showed him how to do that at the shop. Made our Walmart run to make sure that we got the truck well stocked, ready to make a trip. We have discussed the use of, proper lane usage, how to set in the lane, how to read road signs, that type of thing. Now, here at Magnum, we do require all of our drivers to start off driving old school. And what I mean by that is no electronic devices assisting him in driving at all. He's not using any GPS, no navigation, nothing. Strictly old school. Running paper logs. We just filled out his first log page and got him started. But he is all checked in and he is official, and he is actually running it down the road. The thing that we've discussed about so far today, proper lane usage. He's running in the right lane. We're going to try to maintain within 6 inches of the mayonnaise. The mayonnaise is what we refer to as the white line that's on the right side. As long as he's in the right lane, he's going to maintain within 6 inches of that line at all times. That way, give him a nice cushion to his left, so he doesn't have to worry about interacting with somebody coming around on his left side. He's checking his mirrors every 8 seconds, so he knows what traffic is doing around him at all times. We're going to be courteous of all other drivers. We've talked about how to signal for a driver passing to let them know that they're clear by interrupting our headlights. We've also talked about how to flash the back lights to say thank you when somebody lets you over by flashing you your headlights. And Brian here is on his way to pick up his very first load ever. We're picking up a load of frozen beef out of Long Prairie, and we're taking it to Baltimore, Maryland. So this is the first day, his first moment of driving. We've discussed a little bit at how well he is on his maps. He says he reads a map fairly well. So when we stop at our Long Prairie, we're going to give him an atlas and let him choose the route that he wants to take from Long Prairie, Minnesota, all the way to Baltimore, Maryland. And we're going to actually write that route down on a Post-it note and put it up in the top left-hand corner of the windshield. And we're going to go totally old school all the way to Baltimore, Maryland. No electronic aids of any kind. Well, Brian, welcome to Magnum.
Thank you.
Brian's kind of soft-spoken, kind of a quiet kind of guy, which has actually really impressed me. I look forward to this 30 days of training, Brian, and just want to say welcome aboard. Hope you all enjoy this opportunity. I've asked trainees in the past if they would let me do the first 30 days and video every day. And Brian is the first one that has ever said yes to that question. So a big thanks to Brian, and I really appreciate you letting us do this. Let's share with the world how we actually do the training program here at Magnum. we're going to get off this video and go back to doing our job. You feeling pretty comfortable over there?
Yes, sir.
All right, guys. Well, here we go, and I'm sure we'll be talking to you more. All right, Brian has finished his first hour of driving. We stopped, and now we're going to get fuel for the very first time. Brian, you've done a really good job driving so far. Generally, when a new trainee drives for the first time, they kind of oversteer. Kind of makes me a little seasick sitting over here. You were pretty casual, pretty relaxed. You weren't white-knuckling the wheel. You were maintaining your line properly. I didn't have to tell you to stay within 6 inches of the mayonnaise not one single time during that, and I watched it. One thing I want you to do is probably work more on your awareness of what mile marker you're at and that type of thing a little bit better. That's normal. Now you're going to fuel for the first time. We've done your paper logs, and we brought your paper log up to date for the fuel stop. Now I want you to make note of your mileage on your odometer before you get out. What is it?
82,609.
82609. Okay, and I just gave you the fuel cards. So let's jump out and let's put fuel in it. Right here's your pump. What you're going to feed it first is your EFS card. There you go. Watch the screen. Now give it the rewards card. You're going to do both. All the way down to both. We're getting tractor and reefer fuel, so we're getting both. We're also getting DEF. Tractor number 1911. Left-hand side. But then it's asking for odometer next. 82,609. Getting ahead of myself. Now look at your trailer. 118-3021. My ID number is 10161. No, we don't want any other additional products. Go ahead and hit continue. Now go ahead and reach in here and take the fuel cap off. If you'll just flip that lever up, quarter twist, there you go. Go ahead and feed it the nozzle. As soon as it gets started, set it and lock it. Well, let's go get the satellite pump. Go ahead, go start your satellite pump. Now, while it's pumping, we're going to wash your windows. Yep. Come here and open your def. And come here, here's your def hose. There and pull the nozzle. Then after you pull the nozzle, hit that diesel exhaust. This button right here. There you go. Yeah, you have to pull it out of there. You have to start pumping real slow at first.
Click it on me.
Barely start.
Pump up.
Well, let me try it.
Maybe that's too down.
Sometimes you'll have to,
Bring it up.
because that stuff, it'll get corrosive and dried up and stick to the side of the inlet.
Yeah.
So you have to start it off real slow at first.
I think it might also have too down.
Yeah, and the angle.
See, that's an episode.
There you go. Go ahead and finish topping it off. You always want to put your gloves on for the reefer, because this reefer nozzle right underneath there a lot of times will be greasy and grimy and grody. And it's threaded on there with a lot of thread, so. There you go. Yep, just go ahead and start it. Pull your lever on your pump there. Yeah, you want to let it run all the way full. And then when you go to put that cap back on, you just put it on and just barely tighten it. I don't want you to put any muscle to it whatsoever. So just barely snug. Man, it'll make you mad. Somebody will put the muscle to it, and then it'll slow down to a. Now, before you do that, check your meter down here underneath to make sure that it's full.
Stay in 3/4.
Huh?
Stay in 3/4.
Yeah, you want it all the way full, so pull your nozzle out just a little bit. And pump it all the way off full. There you go, that's probably pretty good. Now, when you were looking over your truck, did you see any issues? In other words, anything wrong with the tire or anything? Let's go take a look.
All four, really.
Which tire are you looking at?
Look at the inside here, inside of that.
Okay, these are... First of all, these are old steer tires that they've transferred into trailer tires. This tire here
See on the inside from this angle?
has all good tread on it.
See it? See it? On there, just like this one here. You see over here?
No, they're all good tread. No, they're actually all good shape. You'll find that your trailer tires are always going to be a little bit rougher than what you got on the tractor. But those tires are in good shape.
Just feel like they put that much on the inside. On all four of them.
What'd you see on this one?
Weeds like that.
No, it's all good. It's got its tread depth. They're all good shape.
That's normal, okay.
Okay, we're good.
And then the skirt thing.
What's that?
The skirting.
We don't actually have anyone behind us, but we want to make a habit. As soon as we get done fueling the truck, start the truck and pull it off of the fuel island before you do anything else. Give anybody access to this fuel island as quick as possible. You should be able to fuel your truck when it's empty, DEF, reefer, and everything, in about 15 minutes. So you got 15 minutes on the fuel island, then get off of the fuel island. Go ahead and pull all the way forward, up a little bit past this green and white truck up here. Now anybody that's pulling in behind you to get fuel, it's going to take them a little bit, about 10 to 15 minutes. Go ahead and pull all the way forward, on up, on up, on up. There, that's good. Yep, neutral, set your brakes. Okay, now we're going to bring our paper logs up to date. Now, let's see what time it is. It's right at 1700. So put your dot to 1700. And then come up to driving. There you go, and that's good for now. And we'll finish it, we'll draw the rest of our line once we get where we're going. All right, I'm going to put you back on driving with your people net. You are good to go, man. Off to our receiver we go. Let's go get a load.
You got to swing around that way.
Yeah, you got to turn out of here to your left. Unless you want to sprout wings and go over that way to your right. No angel wings today?
Not today.
And off we go. Now, as you can tell, here at Magnum, we do our training a little bit different than some of the big mega carriers. We actually train our drivers. Every moment that my trainee is driving or at the wheel of the truck, it is required that I be on duty and be in the right seat at all times. We're actually training. Now, one of the things, Brian, when we get up here to this receiver, I have not practiced with you any backing yet. And this is going to be the first receiver that you actually check in at. So, right before we get to the receiver, we're going to switch places.
That's fine with me.
I'm going to drive us in. Now I'm going to check in. And you're going to be my shadow and watch everything I do. The other thing is we don't show up at the receiver or the shipper reading off the dispatch information off of our phone. I've written all the numbers down that are pertinent to the load on a piece of paper, and I walk in the door with that piece of paper in hand, ready to do business. You see somebody walk up to a shipper or receiver and they're reading all the information off of their phone, that is not professional. That is not the way you do your job. So, I'll try to set a good example and show you how we do this. I'll do the drop and hook and everything. You just be my shadow and watch me as I go, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll give you a forewarning right before we get there and we'll swap places. Cool enough?
Yes, sir.
All right, dude, you're doing a great job. You're really impressing me so far. Starting to think maybe you're a plant. You've driven a truck before?
No, never.
Well, you're doing a good job. We'll get up here in a minute. We'll swap places.